Have you ever felt like life is just moving too fast? Like you're rushing from one thing to the next? Always late, maybe, running behind, often tired. I know I felt this way before. And because of this temptation, Father Mark and I are starting a new homily series inspired by Matthew Kelly's book, Slowing Down to the Speed of Joy. This is the book if anybody wants to get a copy of it and read along with Father Mark and I. But Matthew Kelly was inspired to write this book because he says he used to live like a Ferrari without brakes, always speeding, always in motion, never stopping long enough to see the scenery or to notice people or even God. And I think many of us know that feeling, don't we? But friends, it's hard to slow down, isn't it? We live in a world that celebrates speed. We admire people who can juggle 1,000 things, who always have something going on. We wear our busyness like a badge of honor. Someone asks, "How are you?" And what do we say? Busy. So busy. But somewhere deep down, we start to believe a lie, that our worth is tied to our work, that our value comes from how much we can do, how much we can accomplish, how many boxes we can check off before the day is done. And Matthew Kelly calls this the culture of urgency. A world that tells us if we just move faster, we'll finally be happy. But we all know how that story ends, don't we? We move faster, but we still feel empty. We do more, but yet somehow we still feel behind. We push harder, but still can't seem to find peace. And into that world of hurry, Jesus speaks today's gospel. Two men go up to the temple to pray. The Pharisee stands tall and confident. He tells God the things that he's done. I fast twice a week. I give tithes. I'm not like the others. You can almost hear his engine revving. He's living like a Ferrari at top speed, trying to earn God's approval, trying to prove his worth. And then there's the tax collector. He stands in the back, won't even lift his eyes to heaven. And he whispers this, "God, be merciful to me, a sinner." And Jesus says it was that man, the one who slowed down, the one who humbled himself. It is he who went home justified. And this is because the tax collector understood something that the Pharisee did not. That God's love isn't something you earn from doing more. It's something you receive from slowing down and opening your hearts. The Pharisee measured his worth by his performance, but the tax collector found his worth in God's mercy. And that's exactly what Matthew Kelly means when he talks about slowing down to the speed of joy. Joy doesn't come from more activity, but it comes from more presence. From slowing down enough to be present to God, to others, and to the needs of our own souls. And Jesus himself lived this way. He often withdrew to a quiet place to pray. He didn't rush from one miracle to the next. He took his time. He moved with a calm purpose. He lived at the speed of love, not the speed of the world. So what would it look like for us to do the same? Maybe it means pausing before we reach for our phone in the morning. And instead of logging on to our phone first thing, maybe we take a few minutes of silence and just pray a simple prayer like, "Good morning, Lord," or "Jesus, I give this day over to you." Maybe it means taking a deep breath before answering that next text or email. Maybe it means being truly present at dinner or at Mass or with your children. Joy doesn't live at 100 miles an hour, but we only experience true joy in the present moment. So this week, I invite all of us just to slow down. Just nudge the brakes a little bit. To step off the treadmill of more. And to remember that our worth is not found in what we do, but it's found in who we are. Beloved sons and daughters of the Father. Because when we finally do slow down, when we stop trying to prove ourselves, when we simply rest in His love, that's when we will discover true and unending joy. Amen.